Hosted in conjunction with CRIISP Media, the CEO interview series allows investors to hear directly from the CEOs leading the companies featured on Wholesale Investor. Enjoy the interview and reach out via the details in the description. Hi, welcome to today's CEO interview. Today, I'm joined by Niv Dagan, who's the lead manager from Peak Asset Management, and also Andrew Vigor, who's the executive director of T92 Uranium. Today, we're going to be discussing the exciting IPO coming up over the next few weeks for T92 Uranium. Niv, just to give do you want to just kick off with a sort of first question for Andrew and just sort of give some context for the opportunity?
Yeah, look, T92 is a new IPO that we're listing. We've lodged the prospectus just recently and we'll go live very shortly. But it's solid background, 3 projects in the Athabasca region in Canada, a $2.3 million enterprise value on listing, and an exceptional board. I mean, Andrew's founded Alligator AG, which is sitting over 200 million market cap. We've got Daryl Clark as well, who's ex-Cameco, and Troy Bajoli next gen. And we'll get Andrew to elaborate. But we're very excited, and like all deals, Steve, we're co-investing alongside you, and we'll be major shareholders as well.
Fantastic. And Andrew, just to start with you, obviously, why did you get behind the company?
Well, I was involved in the floating of Alligator about 10 years ago, and have been working that company right through, still on the board. And the opportunity came up with Daryl to look at the Athabasca in Canada, which is the premier uranium province in the world. There's nowhere else comes anywhere close to the sorts of grades you get out of the Athabasca. And we had the opportunity to pick up some properties there and form a new company. And so we went as hard as we could. It's only been a little over a year, and I'm pretty impressed with what we've done in that time.
Fantastic. And you've obviously, as Niv was referring to, you built an exceptional board. Can you just tell us a little bit about the team that you've put together?
Yeah, so we have a board and a management team. The board is composed of myself and Daryl Clark. He was with BHP for quite some time, knows the uranium deposits in Kazakhstan extremely well, currently based in Canada. And then he brought along Troy Bajoli, who's ex-NextGen, now the CEO of MacArthur, and Doug Engdale, who runs the largest contractor in Saskatoon. And then since Christmas, we've now assembled a team based in Saskatoon. So we're a Canadian operator with a locally based team headed up by Mike McClelland and Jennifer Burgess, all with a terrific exploration record. Mike's also ex-Cameco, last 10 years running their tenement operations in the Athabasca. So we've got a team on the ground. We're not just thinking about things. We've pegged the ground and we're ready to go.
Fantastic. And obviously, in regards to the uranium market, it's obviously starting to see some life as energy transitions sort of gather pace of moving away from sort of natural gas and sort of fossil fuels. What do you see as in terms of the interest out there in the markets?
Yeah, well, as you know, I've been in the market for quite a long time now, and it's been really interesting to me to see the transition, particularly over the last few years, away from carbon-based fuels to non-carbon generating. And whereas nuclear was considered a bit of a problem nowadays, we're the darling of the Greens movement, and full support from the EU, which only came through last month. And that's made a big difference in the uranium pace. People are appreciating that if you want zero carbon energy and something that's reliable and will work when the sun doesn't shine and the wind doesn't blow, it's down to nuclear, and that's it. I don't think it'll ever be more than 10 or 20% of the market, but it's a big, big player, including Australia. We'll catch up.
Yeah, agreed. And obviously in that region, there's 3 projects that are world class in the Athabasca region that you're talking about in Canada. So who is near you and how big are they?
Yeah, we had a very clear criteria in the Athabasca that we wanted to be near to production facilities. So we have actual processing plants for uranium ore from Orano and Cameco, both within 80 kilometres of us, one to the east, one to the south, and then 2 of the largest and richest deposits in the world, Cigar Lake and MacArthur River, both also about 80 kilometres away. So we're on a parallel belt a little bit to the west, but we're surrounded by the biggest players in the uranium business. That's the French and the Canadians.
Fantastic. And obviously you've got some notable investors on board already. You're backed by Tribeca, Lieberman, and also have the CEO of Boss Energy. What do you think has attracted them to the company?
I think they see the value of the Athabasca and that it really does have the highest grade deposits. If you're going to look for elephants, it's elephant country. We've got very good signs of uranium. And we went out to the market in October last year, or Nev and I went out to the market, and we were heavily oversubscribed. I think it was about 4 or 5 times just with the seed round. So all those people recognised our location, and they recognised the quality of the people. As you know, it's all about people in this business, and we've got fantastic connections into the Canadian business.
And Nev, just to move on to you, just for potential investors looking to participate in the IPO, can you just go through some of the terms of the deal?
Yeah, so there's currently, Steve, only 11.5 million shares on issue, of which 95% are already locked up for 24 to 48 months. So essentially the free float is very, very small. We're going to look to raise between $6.5 to $8 million, depending on the demand. And we've got an exciting roadshow ahead in Brisbane, Sydney, and Melbourne over the next few days. The offer will go live, or likely to go live, Monday the 8th. So very, very exciting at times ahead. We'll push it out. Obviously, like all deals, we'll co-invest alongside our investors, same price, same terms. And love to give you and your members an opportunity to come in and hopefully make some money in what's very, very exciting opportunity, uranium opportunity. So it's great to be here.
Thanks, Nev. Appreciate it. And Andrew, really appreciate your time. Gents, exciting opportunity, and obviously we'll be providing that capacity to reach out to Nev in regards to investing into the IPO, and likewise any questions for them as the lead manager can be directed towards Nev as well. Thanks again, gentlemen.
Thanks, Steve.
Thanks very much for the time, Steve.
Thanks, Andrew.